Hi, I'm Sabina Fu. Today on Ghosts of Mississauga, are you living with a spirit? We'll do a little ghost hunting 101.
When you're in a haunted home, there's a certain feeling you get. Like, you'll get the chills. You'll feel like somebody's watching you. Think of an energy tornado going through the house.
We've all had it happen, those mysterious noises in the middle of the night, or we'll catch a fleeting shadow out of the corner of our eye, and when we look, there's nothing there. Is it your imagination or a message from the departed? But before you suspect the supernatural, make sure that a very natural visitor hasn't found its way into your house. How can you tell the difference? We turn to Carrie-Lynne, director of the Mississauga Paranormal Research Team, the Meadowvale Spookies. You have a really interesting background in that you came from the U.S. military.
Yep, 10 years U.S. Air Force.
So how do you go from being in the Air Force to ghost hunting?
Well, actually, I grew up with a family that had some pretty strong spiritualist ties. My dad's side was an Italian background, and as far back as I can remember, I used to go to Lilydale, which was a settlement that was founded, I think, the late 1800s, started the spiritualist movement, and like I was always exposed to mediums, clairvoyancy. My grandmother had been known to have a gift, and I started developing at the age of 13 or 14. And when I was 18, I didn't have any money for college. I'm like, okay, well, Mom, Dad, I'm joining the military.
Now, how does one learn to be a ghost hunter?
Well,
by the seat of your pants, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's trial by fire. It really is. Because it's not just learning about hauntings and ghost hunting, it's about building team dynamics too. It's trial by fire with people too.
Yeah.
And a lot of ghost groups are fortunate enough to be people who've known each other for years.
Carrie says no two hauntings are the same, and if you do believe that your space is housing an entity, don't try to tackle it yourself.
If you are haunted, do not try to solve your own haunting. Seriously, that's like a doctor trying to diagnose themselves. You can actually make it worse. There have been cases where somebody had a simple haunting, they wanted to solve their own haunting, and before you know it, their house turns into a spiritual frat house.
The first step is to determine what kind of spirit you're dealing with.
It goes with the investigation. What we dig up from the investigation. What we dig up from how the people live their day-to-day lives. For example, poltergeist activity. Not really a spirit. What it is, think of an energy tornado going through the house. And a lot of it is projected from pubescent teens. And now the study is out there that maybe menopausal women going through extreme changes in the body. Well, a poltergeist isn't something you can cross over. You know, it's not a living soul. However, poltergeist activity can beacon in other entities, you know, and that's one thing you have to look for. Like, okay, did this invite anything in? Residual hauntings. I know a woman in Dallas. Every night at about 3 o'clock in the morning, she'll hear, slam, I hate you, Randy. But here's the thing, Randy's still alive and the person screaming that is still alive. It's just the energy was so intense during that argument that it left an imprint.
And so it's just playing itself back.
Yeah. But it's the same occurrence over and over and over and over.
Now, let's move on to what an intelligent haunting is.
An intelligent haunting can be anything from the ghost of grandma that isn't residual. You can, she'll be sitting on your bed at night, rattling pots and pans, or she could be pushing you down or something that could be pushing you down the stairs. It's something that it's manifested, it's a spirit, and it communicates, it changes its behavior.
It thinks.
It thinks. Yeah.
Wow, that's really creepy. You're dealing with a person without a body in your house.
Yeah, and they're not sharing the rent.
Should people be scared?
See, that's a tricky question, because fear is a natural reaction. I can't say yes and I can't say no, because if it's your loved one still there, then no, you shouldn't be afraid. But if it's this old man from the 1800s still in your farmhouse who used to beat his wife, I'd be a little bit concerned.
Coming up on Ghosts of Mississauga, the tools of ghost hunting. Are they safe to use in your own home?
No, we want to come and just say hello to you.
It's become the modern day Ouija board.